Hello, excuse me, man. My allergies are kicking my ass today. Anyways, I was gonna riff around, so I figured I'd stream it. Is it working? Let's see. Check. Check, check. Let me turn that down a little. Check, check. Do negative. Check, check. I'll do -2. Well, I like that. And then this should be good. See what I want to do after that. I don't know what I want to do after that. Because I kind of wrote it, but then I'm kind of going to... I made it for a song. And then now I want to rewrite the song and just maybe put that out. Maybe. Man, my nose is all fucked up. Been sneezing all day. I feel like it's on my neck. Check tuning. I'm gonna quit. I gotta sneeze again. I'm gonna plug in directly to see if it. Let's turn this off. I'll turn off this. I'll be back. I gotta grab my other my wireless pack. You good, buddy? Love you. They'll forget you ever existed. Are you sneezing today or what? No? Okay. Gates are really tight for some reason. That's a bit much. Let's get rid of that. Let's pull up Helix Native. We'll do a high gain with, how do you choose your, oh, here it is. Urban. It's even noisy on here. So much reverb. I gotta change my inputs. Let's do this real quick. Number one. Let's turn that down to 50. I gotta work on gain staging and learn how to do that shit, because Supposedly you want. I don't know. I just gotta learn how to do it. There's so many videos on it. God, it's so noisy. It's just noisy. So let me. A little bit of a gate. All right, now how do I save on here? I don't know how to save what I just did. But that's the thing, when you, it sucks that you can't have different snapshots with different settings on side of a gate. But, oh wait, I want a compressor. I'm an idiot. I don't want that. I want the gate. Okay, here we go. Man, I gotta sneeze again. Fuck. Man, I gotta sneeze so bad again. God damn it. This is getting annoying. It's not horrible. At least it's not making all that noise that it was before. Sometimes it would just be nice to like, hey, here's some sick tones. Go through them. But when you go through the presets, I'm not a huge fan of them. Let's go through presets. Factory one. The only one I kind of like is the high gain from Misha. To be honest, I can't remember. I think it's 18 something. No. There it is, bulb. Let's do some bulb ambient. That might be pretty. See, even his lead is stupid loud. Had to sneeze. God damn it. All right, let's... I know this one's tight. It's like a hair too tight for me. Actually, you know what? Oh, my battery needs to be changed. But I do remember this always being tight. I have my Mesa triple rectifier, and it just, these tones just don't hit as hard as that amp does. It sounds close to it, but just doesn't hit as hard. The blue agave. Ooh. Oh, I was hoping I could. Oh no. That's not what I wanted to do. Gent la flûte fouetée. Oh, that's a random pattern, but John Budton, I can't even read half these. It's all right. A little noisy, a little noisy. I'm just going through them. Howie Wild West? A little weird. I'm a simple dude when it comes to tones. I always have been. I think part of it's a lack of wanting to figure all this shit out. I like that one. Let me take a picture of this one because I can use this for the jam sessions that I'll be doing. I've been looking for something weird like that. No Thing 24A. No Thing. I gotta sneeze again. Fuck. That's weird. Let's see if I have to do the whole chord. It's more like a little ambient noise thing. Oh, oh God. I think he's got. I do. I didn't even pay any mind. They got Let me go back to this bulb lead. Okay. Yeah, bulbs are all the same snapshots. God, it's loud. Why are these presets so fucking loud? just a no. It's so noisy. To me, the sound, the tone isn't even that great compared to how fucking noisy it is. Or it's not. The sound doesn't sound good enough for it to be justified. That one's actually pretty nice. That was pretty decent. Buck Wild. Get Buck Wild up in this. That's gonna be loud. It is loud. They're just so noisy. Is it the wireless pack? There's no way it's the wireless pack. And it shouldn't be the input because it's... Not clipping on that. I mean, it doesn't even sound like clipping. But it goes away. I mean, it's still hissing. Let me try a different guitar. Maybe it is because the battery's dying. Let me try that. It's still noisy even though I'm unplugged. It's the auto gainer. I'm telling you, these plugins I've tried. Who was the other company that I really liked for cleans? For cleans only, I really love the way Archeotype, is that how you say it? Maybe it's NSP. I don't know who it is. Maybe it's Neural DSP. I think their cleans are really beautiful, like very beautiful. But their high gains they just sound weak to me. Like there's no punching through with it. Like I don't know, it just sounds weak compared to an actual amp. Maybe it's just me sounding immature. Yeah, I guess partially immature, but like just not knowing, ignorant. I guess is the word I'm looking for. So here's what I like: the ambient, like Robea Mossad stuff. I'm assuming he only has. Yeah, he didn't really have snapshots. It's almost like it's clipping, but it's not. sound like it's clipping, you know? It's clipping now, but I don't see any clipping. This shit is so fucking finicky, man. I am not a fan of plugins at all. All right, so this is Guilty Pleasures. So let's turn up the treble. I like my treble high. Maybe a little mid to thicken it up. Devin Townsend. See what he's got. So the clean. In bubbles. Bubbles makes me think of a. Hold on. It was an extra twang. Extra twang. I feel like for the type of music I usually tend to like to write, none of this stuff is applicable. It's got to be a. I don't get why they have two delays. Like maybe they're different types of delays. Oh God. Oh, we got some reverb right here. That's not very strong. Like, most of these tones, I really just don't like. Instant host. That's where the tone goes. just sounds weak. I mean, my baby was weak too, but it just sounds weak. Come here. Nope. Like, where are you using that? Don't like muff pedals. Big country, we can try that. Let's try some big country. See what their tone sounds like. I feel like that's probably, you don't want to do chords over shit for shit like that, because it's probably more of like a mellower part where they. Actually, that sounds cool. That doesn't sound country at all. Hey, what's up, dude? I said I was gonna hang out with my family, and then my wife is still working. I didn't realize it, and Stefan's just kind of watching the TV and tablet. So I'm kind of like, I'm gonna go play guitar, and then I ended up playing this. I was just kind of overplaying that game. It's a fun game, but I was like, I'm tired of playing. I just want to mess around with guitar. But what's up, man? Yeah, so I'm going through this. So I have the Line 6 Helix, and then I bought the Helix Native after it, so I could use it on my DAW. But I don't know. Most of these tones I'm not a fan of, man. Like, it's like the presets anyway. And I suck at making my own tones because they're like, well, you gotta, everything adds gain. You have to set the gain. You have to do gain staging. I have to learn how to do gain staging, and it's just so much involved with it. I've always dealt with amps, and I've always liked amps because I know how to get them to sound thick and clear, like on here, it's like the amp sims are like noisy without being thick. It's like, there's just a lot of hum to them, which I get, I guess, for when it comes to like real amps, but it's just kind of like the hum ratio on here is the humming, the noise is just way higher for some reason. But I'm messing with Big Country. When did you jump in here? 8:40. Oh, so you've only been here for a few minutes. Okay. Doing some Dr. Pepper. Excuse me. I was in the wrong key. I thought I was on the 5, but I was on the 7, so I had to up it on the lower string. That's not bad. I might fuck with that in the jams. Kind of going through So what I do is I'll take these presets and I'll save them in a different spot on the Helix. That way I don't have to go through a whole fucking big list. It's just a bunch of tones that I like or I feel like that are usable for kind of random jams that I do. No, that's not for me. Mockability. Mockabilly? Is it? Mockabilly, that's it. Stranger Synth. Ooh. Okay, does this sound too double? Does this sound okay if I leave the mic on? Because I haven't been turning it off. I gotta sneeze again, god damn it. Oh, my allergies are kicking my ass, dude. Yeah, it's a lot to learn all this shit. Like, and I feel like even in here, there's more shit than there is on the Helix. Like, there's just this, like, there's, I mean, I guess you do have all these parameters, but there's something I accidentally did earlier and it brought up these other parameters. I was like, I don't even know what that is. Like, but, anyways. It almost sounds like a spaceship coming in. Like, duh. Let me make sure it's not. Okay, that whistle's normal. That's part of the tone. Really, I would like to get rid of that whistling noise out of that. Maybe it's the pitch. Bet you that's it. There it is. It's like it has just an extra unnecessary noise with that other piece in there. Let's see. Now let's do the parameters of that. Maybe dial that mix back. It almost sounds like it has reverb when it's on the lower strings, but it doesn't when it's on the higher strings. All right, moving on. You shall pass. Oh, God. much. Oh, that's such, nope, I don't like stuff that's stupid delayed. I'm like, nope. But does it do? Oh, God. That one actually sounds thick and full. Like, I love the way that sounds. Like, because a lot of the metal ones, they don't, I mean, I know I'm pretty sure it's an octave pedal. Let's see what we got on here. Dynamic. That's a noise gate. No. Okay. Sounds like it's like an octave. Oh, maybe that's what it is. It's just a pitch shifter. But I like the way it kind of... But it only sounds good if you do one string, because you can't do... There's one, and then there's... Let's see what pitch... shift level. What's that on the 5? It was on 10. Maybe mix it like 50. Let's see if what sounds like when you go to higher notes on the shift level. Yeah, you can take out, see here, let me show you what I'm looking at. Let me switch this screen for you. Gameplay. So this is what I'm actually using. Can I make this bigger? I can make this bigger. God, it's such a pain to do though. Like you have to be like, you can, yeah, oh, it's like you barely miss it. Like, yeah, there it goes. You have to be really slow. There you go. That's what I'm dealing with right now. That's actually, yeah, there's not a way to make it full screen. At least I don't think. So right click. Anyways. Yeah, you have these individual things you can turn on and off. There's a noise gate I just turned off. You tell how noisy it got. But does it doom? I'm going to save that one too. There's been like 3 things I've found so far that I like. It does. The noise gate does help. That's the thing. Like, it's hard to get that perfect mix because on like an amp, it's almost like you give it a smidge more gain, and then you put a gate on it to make to make up for what it takes away. You know what I mean? There's got to be a way to do that on here. I'm just, like I said, I'm just naive when it comes to all this computer shit. I feel like I've come a long way from where I was like a year ago, but still, it's just like, it's always something you got to learn on here. And it's bad enough trying to keep up with normal YouTube guitars. What's up, dude?
There's Mommy.
And she's still working?
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there you are. Where's Mommy? There we go. Now we got full screen for you. Yeah, you don't need to see me for the whole thing. I need to move this chat. Let me. Oh, I can move that to this side of the screen. That way. No, that's not what I want to do. Huh. Actually, it'd be kind of sick if I could leave that right. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I can leave. I don't have to look over there every time. I never even thought of that. Thank you for, I don't know what transition you're talking about, but thanks. Is that everything? Is that up to date? I think it is. Cool. Mayorish. Let's do some John Mayorish shit. Oh. And then is it? What?
Are you recording?
I'm streaming. Yeah, what's up? I'm streaming. What's up?
That's why I couldn't say it out loud.
Oh, what?
He said I smell like Band-Aids.
Oh, that's weird. That was weird. Oh no, chat's going. Where'd chat go? Oh, it disappeared. Hold on. Oh, I didn't realize it'd do that. All right, let's do docs, chat. Okay, it's back up here. Okay, cool. We'll just put that back up here. All right, at least it's on this side. Before I was like looking way over there. Over yonder. Okay, where are we at? Mayorish. Yeah, you're my baby. We talk about how you cheated on me or something like that. I really don't know what he talks about. lyrics be like? Where was that? Oh, Robin Nish. I'm assuming that's a player. I need to work on my triplets again. Not triplets, I guess groups of three. I don't know how you phrase that. X-ray. Let's see what that is. It's looking into my soul, man. I don't like that shit at all, man. Speaking of man, maybe that's my problem with some of these presets. I just need to be a little high. That's kind of cool. Yeah, sneeze again. That pen doesn't help me. That's actually a weird transition that I never really do. Little incoherent though. Oh my god! That scared the shit out of me. That scared the fuck out of me. Okay, let's see how. Let's do a weird Phrygian. That's just too much, man. That's funny. You're right about the X-ray, though. Balloon animal toad, yo. Fuck yeah, dude. Nothing that I do is like registering. It does its own thing after I stop playing. That's literally me hitting bah. It is what I'm. This is what I'm doing, and it does weird, but it's inconsistent. It just does whatever it wants. That's fucking weird. I couldn't play like that. Ooh. Power tool vibes. It's over the last one. Is that the end of this list? Okay, so that's factory. That was factory 1. Although I did miss a shitload at the beginning. Archetype clean. Let's see what that sounds like, because archetype is some serious. That's actually nice. Let's see if it has verb on already. Is it verb on? I guess it's just not a lot of verb. Let's do a lot of verb. Let's do a lot of verb, dude. Because I do like dynamic hall verb. Archetype lead. Let's see if it's. Oh, please don't be noisy. What distortion do they have on? Because look, there's no. As you see, I don't know if you can. Actually, the only thing you don't see is a verb over here. Like there's a reverb behind my little my face, but there's no noise gate. Oh, it's a Horizon drive. Never mind. They got a gate built into it. What's that on? 3? I'll turn that down. Nothing. See what happens. But even then, it's still not noisy. Why is this one quiet? Why is this one so quiet compared to all the other presets that are like high gain? Let's turn that back up to 3. Turn it up to 3, baby. Maybe she said yeah. Yeah, this one's tighter. I'm gonna take a picture of this one because this one actually sounds good for presets. Wait, I'm gonna see what amp they're using. They are using a Archetype lead. I have that one of mine. I have that on one of mine. And then we have the cab, where they do like you can set your mic position and all that. See, that's the thing. It's just so much. Let's mess with the mic positioning, and like I can't even figure out how to use this shit half the time. I couldn't imagine designing it and how many years it took to put all this together. You know, jazz. What was that thing I was messing with? It does sound good. The other one, Archetype lead. Yep. And that's the thing. Like, I never really deal with impulse responses. I think somewhere in here, I got like 4 impulse responses for free when I bought this. Because usually this is like a $400 software, but since I have the Helix, it was like $100 instead. But it's still kind of like, fuck, you know. But when I bought it, it came with those impulse responses. But I haven't really fucked with it because I found a tone and when I like that sounds ballsy and responsive. I like stuff that sounds responsive. Like when I chug, I want it to chug with me. I don't like things that feel delayed. For some reason, sometimes it feels delayed in some of these tones, and then also sometimes they'll have their gates too tight to where it cuts it off. So here's the thing about this thing, man. Like, I have still not found a way to use it outside of my DAW. So if you don't have a DAW, like I can't go to the open file and then run program. It doesn't give me that option. It's almost like you can only use it in a DAW as a plugin, which is weird because Easy Drummer, I have Easy Drummer 2 and 3. You can play that. I don't have to have the DAW open. I can just like look it up and open it. But for some reason, this one I cannot. It might just be a lack of, no, what was the word I used earlier? Naiveness. Ooh. A little dry, but it's all right. It's more, I guess that would be more for like a clean, like country rhythm. That's actually a nice, pretty, clean, dude. Oh, it has verb. Let's adjust the verb a little bit of verb. Here, I hear my kid in cackling from his mom putting him to bed. He's up late too. I gotta sneeze so bad. What you cackling about in there? What you cackling for? What's drip? Got that drip. Ew, what's on your lip? Is that a Band-Aid?
No. Exquisite.
You're silly, dude. Exquisite. Oh. You look like you got a cleft lip. Ask mommy to show you what cleft lip is. Line 6, L. Millsy. Oh. That was weird. Let me charge my phone. Let me charge my phone. I've heard of Positive Grid. How do you like it? I don't even know if that's the notes for it, but I sounded it out one day. Never really been a big Jimi Hendrix fan, but I will say this: he died young. He probably would have got way better, you know? Because I noticed, like, when it comes to him versus, I always compare him to like Stevie Ray Vaughan because I like him. I like them both, but Stevie Ray Vaughan is my main blues guy that I like. But Stevie Ray Vaughan was also older. I think he was a little older, so he had a little more time to be seasoned. And some of Jimi Hendrix recordings sounded a little sloppy at times, if that makes sense, but not really sloppy. It just wasn't. I think he would have been like fucking savage, like if he was still alive. You know, he'd be just as big, if not bigger. I got you. So you could supposedly share presets on here and shit. I've never done it. Like all the people that make presets, all the people that I know that have this, I'm not really a huge fan of their tones, to be honest. Just because they've never really blown me away with their tone that they figured out. And to be honest, I feel like half the people that I know that have this pedal never really look into how to. Like, I barely know anything about it, and I know more than them. You know what I mean? Not everybody that I know. There's like one or two guys that I know. What is that? Moon jumping? Moon and jump. Oh no, I did it again. I hate that. You can't push down. You can't push down on it, like on the down key, because it brings that up. My hands itchy. That was weird. I could have swore I saw something moving in front of my speaker. Like, I was like, is that a light reflecting? But I shouldn't have seen anything because that thing's over there. There's no way it would have projected light onto that. I got ghost. Like, don't mess with me, man. Come on. Don't mess with somebody else. Wrong notes, but that makes me think of 7, Mary 3, 3, Mary 7. I have become cumbersome to this world, or something like that. I have become cumbersome. I do like a little bit for stuff like that. It's nice to have like a. I do like when I played it live with this one. I only did like one show in the past 12 years, and I just use high gain for everything just because it just hits harder live. But I do like sometimes have a place for like a dirty, like a low gain dirty tone. PV Panama. Cali, Texas. This should be. I think Cali, Texas is a. When somebody show me some chords. some evil sounding stuff. Let's just go to factory 2. That's a jam that I made up. Excuse me. And I kind of like this kind of tone for it. That's pretty much what all I do. I go through tones. I'm like, what verse would I like to play on this? I got sneeze again. Fuck. A swell time. Hotel California. I get what you're saying. Oh. None more black. Bill and Ted's. Dark and lush. Let's see. Ooh. Actually like the second position. Man, it hurts my hands doing that. Oh my God, I can't get my nose under control. Sucks. I sneeze so bad. Oh my God. So I saw a conspiracy theory that the people that make Claritin or some antihistamine or whatever, I don't know. I don't know much about medicine either because I don't get into it. But God damn it. But supposedly they invested in helping plant trees and shit. And then if you don't do like male and female trees, a lot of the pollen will be unused, so it just makes more pollen. And supposedly they've been making, I think it's the female tree or the male tree, I don't know which one it is. And then it's putting more pollen, and that's why pollen levels are at the highest it's ever been. And I'm like, what? And they were showing like screenshots of the pages and like the investments they've been doing. I'm like, man, I don't know if it's just another Instagram bullshit thing, but it's just kind of like, I believe it, man. Everybody's just out to get more money. Fuck the rest of us. Yeah, I didn't used to have allergies as a kid. Actually, I think allergies are relatively new to me in the past 5 years. Let's go to my tone and see if it sounds like shit on here. Ah. It sounds a little washy for some reason. Ever so slightly. Let me Oh yeah, the dark and lush. That's actually one that that's the one that I saved out front in my. Actually, look. I don't think it's on here, but it's on my. It replaced experimental on my pedal. I haven't hooked up my pedal to this yet to sync this up. But yeah. Oh, are you serious? How do you think it fucks up speakers just being too loud? Because I gotta be careful of that myself, I guess, then. Let me dial that down here. It was clipping. Oh, maybe they're doing bass shit because this thing does do bass tones because they have bass amps and whatnot. Oh shit, that's scary. Well then, fuck that then. Huh. Actually, I have a snapshot on here. Let's see how noisy it is now. I think it was my guitar. It might have been my other guitar, dude. Because it's not near as loud as it was before. This is my solo tone, like reverb, heavy reverb, and just some delay. Oh, so here's a drop pedal. I cannot get a tone out of it that I like, but it drops it down. Can you play octaves on it? Yes, you can. I thought I had an octave thing on it. Maybe I don't. No, I don't have an octave thing on this one. I could put one in there. Let's see. How do I? Okay, that's how we do it. Let's do. I'm not really sure exactly how to even do this. So dumb. so just dumb. Like fucking hell, dude. Fucking bleh. So it throws me off because excuse me, I hear the strings and then that mix it and it just doesn't sound the same, you know what I mean? So it makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. Actually, I should have a preset. Gain and reverb. Drop him for. Oh God. It feels like the gate is too tight and it's cutting it out. I mean, I'm not great at those, but let's see. Oh God, I'm just not great at them. I used to be better at them, but I haven't practiced them as near as much as I used to. So I can get my high gain for that shit. And we'll do lead verb. Whoop. I love that one. That one sounds cool. So let me do it slow, just to get it right. That's right. You did meet Peter back here back in the day, right? Man, I haven't heard from Peter in forever. I saw he was in town, but he didn't hit me up. I'm just kind of like, I'm not going to reach out to people. You know, he's probably, first of all, he never comes back. So I'm sure he don't want to hang out with me of all people. But, plus he's got family and friends that he knows that actually keep up with him. He said that stuff has some jump to it. I mean, a genty, but. Let me turn the Snapchat back off. Yeah, I didn't know his dad was a doctor. I've only kind of met him once when I went to pick him up at his house. The funny thing is his parents live in a development where I used to skate longboard a lot. And it's just kind of like, I was like, oh shit, I didn't know they lived in there. You know, it's just weird. Oh God. I don't know, it's just random. I got you. Meeting him at his house and whatnot. Now Peter's fucking cool as shit, man. Like he's always been like a really clean, smooth dude. You know, just super nice. Just very. I feel like he's very popular just because he's the nicest person. I don't know if he got married. I remember always seeing his Instagram pictures. I'm pretty sure he got married. I'm pretty sure he got married, dude. But he found a girl in Hawaii. Like, hell yeah, dude. He's always been like the cool. He told me about somebody. He's like, this is my mysterious friend guy. Like, it's like, oh, Mr. Mysterious. And I was like, dude, you're my Mr. Mysterious, because he just travels the world or traveled the world. I don't know if he still does it, but it was just cool to see that somebody got out, you know, and did shit. Me, I don't travel the world. I just do this shit. It's like, plus anymore, it's just like, ugh. I don't even know if I would want to. Actually, you're right about the food thing, man. Ow. Got a bug bite on my leg. Yeah. And to be honest, people go to Italy and go to like all those like Catholic churches and all the Montessori and all that stuff does not appeal to me at all. I mean, I don't care about some old paint. I'm not even into art like that. Like I'm just kind of like, I'm good. I'm good on that. Like I go to DC and see all those paintings. I'm like, this is boring, you know? Just because it's famous doesn't, you know, of course it's good art. Not all of it, but it's like, I'd rather see some modern art than old ass art. After 5 minutes, I've seen it. Yeah, I started this whole thing wanting to do like this work on the riff because it's like I was writing this song. Well, not really writing a song. I was doing a jam with the buddies, and they were like, we should turn this into something. I was the only one that kind of did work on it, and then they kind of shut it down. Like no. Like so, it was like, well, I'm keeping this riff for myself. Then the one that I made up 2 riffs, and the other dude made 2 riffs, but I'm just gonna take his 2 riffs out and rewrite it for me. You know what I mean? Because it didn't really flow. Like it was like 90% okay, but it wasn't like, oh shit. You know what I mean? To me, but not shit talking on them at all by any means. But it's just kind of like, actually, it was the one time I felt motivated and wrote a song, and then I sent it to the one guy. One guy kept listening to it. He kept talking about writing lyrics to it, but he never did. And then the other guy never really practiced it until he got here or even tried to learn it. Actually, I had to reteach him his parts. So it's kind of like, okay, well, we're just kind of backpedaling. 1 step forward, 4 steps back. But yeah, they can't say nothing about it. I'm taking my riffs. I don't care. The other riffs were like, don't get me wrong. One thing was like 2 notes, but it was kind of cool the way it's set up. It was just like, you know, just like this kind of downbeat. And I kind of added my own little like strumming pattern to it. But he influenced the idea for sure. But it was like 80%, 90% him, and then I added like a little 10% to it. But I don't know. It's just kind of like, it's hard to get people together, man. I jam with some other people. And jam with like people that I usually don't jam with like lately, and some of them is kind of like it's hard to jam with them, if that makes sense. Whether it's skill level or like, there's no medium ground. It's either like I jam with some people that are really fucking good, and I'm like, oh man, you're way above me, you know? It's happened to me a few times with a few people. And then there's people that's like, oh, you have a lot of catching up to do. But then there are the people that don't play. But no shade to them. It's just how it is around here, you know? If we were in the city, I feel like may have more luck, but also might be the times too. I try to get people to come over and jam, and they're like, yeah, sure. But then when it comes to actually scheduling, no one actually responds. And it's not even just one person. It's multiple people don't respond. But He said that 10% difference from a hit and just sound. I sneeze. The whole band practices rehearsal. Yep. I'm more in the camp of someone who can't keep up. Yeah, but you also don't play and claim you play a lot. You don't talk about it. Like, hey, let's start a band. You're just like, I don't play. You got other shit going on. There is slim pickings, and like, there's a couple drummers that I take, but I've hit up like 3 or 4 drummers over the years, and it's kind of like, actually, I do know one drummer. I don't know if he was going through some shit or like drugs wise. And I don't want to, if there's drugs involved, I don't want nothing. Like, I don't care about weed and shit and drinking, but like, unless you're a fucking crazy alcoholic that can't just function without alcohol. But like, actually, weed's kind of getting to that point anymore. I feel like a lot of people just smoke so much weed, they're just like, oh no, I'm out of it, dude. Like, okay, cool. I haven't even thought about that today. I was actually like, well, if I actually find some guys to actually jam with it, we kind of mesh. Like, if we jam together, I'm not going to smoke until after we jam, unless they're doing it and they can keep up, and then I can keep up. If everyone can keep up, it's one thing, but if everyone's struggling to remember stuff and make things up, then it's just kind of like you're just wasting your time. Yeah, most bands are cover bands. Everybody plays fucking Fall Out Boy too. This kid named Gary Henry's a beast. He's one of those dudes that like I can't keep up. Although he wanted to do a project with me, but for some reason he'd stop. He like ghosted me for a couple months, and I don't know. It's just the nature of Delaware, dude. Just music. Maybe it's not even Delaware. Maybe it's just musicians 2025. Everybody talks about doing something. I mean, to be honest though, I was kind of guilty of myself. Like, I just wasn't feeling some of the things, like the dynamics of how songs are written on some projects, and it's either people are not putting effort into it and they try to learn it at the space, or it's like somebody like, hey, I wrote this song, learn it. I'm like, okay, cool. That's not very, I don't know, band like. It's more like this guy and his buds hired, Let me get my boy over sometime. He's more confident. Oh yeah. What kind of music does he play? And what's his name? I don't know if you ever told me his name. And that's the thing. I don't even want to. Are you talking about making the music or making it as a band? Because I don't even want to make it. I just want to do a couple shows here and there. To me, it's fun. It was fun playing back in the day. And I don't have to be making money doing this. Like, I don't know. Call me crazy, but I don't care about that. Because to be honest, it doesn't appeal to me doing like maybe a small Eastern Coast tour once in my life. That'd be cool. But I'm not trying to do tours every year, every summer, every other month, like professional bands say, oh, we're going for 3 months at a time. And that doesn't appeal to me, man. I like being home. I have a family. He said, shit, boo. Shit. Every time you say shit, that's how I read. Shit. I got you. Them classic rock guys can solo usually, though. Like, that's how Jared Dines is. He was more of a classic. I got sneeze again. Shit. He was a classic rock kind of soloist, and he shreds. I feel like when I solo, like it's decent, but it's not all. I just feel like I'm doing the same phrasings, and I need to work on doing more tricks and different ways of getting around scales and maybe joining scales together. I don't know. nobody, I feel like, I think what I need to do is just put together a single, put it out there, because I feel like I could make a fat sounding single. Like I've heard some singles that people put out. I'm like, it's a little lacking like quality wise, you know. But like, there's a couple bands that they got some pretty solid singles out there. But some of them like the drums don't sound that great. Like it's just kind of like I'm like even with. I don't know if I want to do real drums. It depends on how what kind of song I'm doing. But so that's how I feel about playing in general. But I feel like nobody knows how to play guitar still. I don't know. People ask me every now and then when they see me, I see them and what you still playing? Like, yeah, I guess. Like, it's like, am I a guy sitting in a room playing guitar? Yeah. Am I playing with anybody? No. The funny thing is, I think I play more by myself than other bands do together. Anyways, what time is it? 10 o'clock? I'll probably get off in like 10 minutes. Just mess with some... I don't even know what I want to do. Okay. That was one of my songs. I learned that chord from... it's a power chord behind a power chord. And then you take the last power chord, and then you move this finger down to here. Now you can't really see it. You just move it in a different spot. And it gives you that. What is that? That is a... Oh, that's a 6 chord. That's a root fifth with a 6. Yeah, sure, man. I don't know what you would write about. I'm down. I said something stupid in the last part. I was like, just don't be not negative or just be positive, I guess, you know. But then I was like, nah, that kind of limits there. It's like someone telling me not to play with distortion. So I was like, I retracted that statement. I was like, I'm not going to micromanage you, dude. Just don't, you know. I just don't want people talking like, oh, drugs are great. And, you know, just don't reminisce on the old bullshit, you know. It's dissonant because it's got the 5th and the 6th. So you have your root, then the 5th. What is that? Do I have a tuner on this thing? It's gotta have a tuner somewhere. I suck at like, hold on, let's figure this out. A, B, C, D, E. What's this E? So E with a 5th with a 6th. So oh god. Oh yeah, I never showed you that riff. It was so it's like it was that riff with the I don't even remember the next one. Although if I rewrote that, I probably would slow that down. I don't know. That sounds kind of acting fucky, but I can still hear that it's kicking ass. Acting fucky. Oh, I know what you're saying. It is a noisy riff. It might not. You know what? You know what it might be? It might not be tuned. Hold on. Oh. Oh, sorry. Let me turn off this mic. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, that thing's probably like fucking 10 or 12 years old. That was like my first like 7-string song that I wrote. Ew. Am I muted? I'm not muted, right? Check, check. Okay, so my audio capture hasn't been even capturing. What happened? Studio. Let me... Oh, that's why I changed the screens. I hasn't been fucking doing it since I changed the screens. Holy crap. That's funny. Does this sound better with this cut screen? Yeah, so I gotta let me do that real quick in my game because this is usually my gameplay. This is my gameplay screen. And I wanted to show you my doll earlier, so I gotta add. Let's see. Let's add. What do I need to do? Oh, let's see what this is. Music. Properties. It is a. Huh. Huh. I don't know how I did that. How did I make that scene or that little source? Okay, this is all capture. Okay. So hold on, I gotta do a filter, add a Restream, a VS2 plugin, Restream. Okay. Select plugin, standalone Restream plugin. Do receive audio and default. Huh. I don't know why that's not working on this one. Send audio, local broadcast. That's right. Identifiers default. Identifiers default. Oh my God. I put dealt. See if me just rewriting it helps. There it is. I literally just retyped it and push enter. Wait, it went away. Huh. I don't know why it's not working in that one. All right. I'll figure that out later. Let me delete that one. Remove. Hold on. I don't have anything in there. That's my audio. Hold on, close. Okay, so maybe I could do it here. Hold on, let me see. Why are there... But hey, man. Thanks for dropping in as always. But I'm gonna jet out too. It's actually going to be 10:30. So, it is, man. This audio video shit. It's like, it's literally the same thing. I don't get that. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, dude, thanks for watching. As always, appreciate you. We'll try to get together and get your boy. What was his name again? Jack. Get Jack over here. Maybe do a stream with him or something. Let's see what happens. All right, dude.